Good evening, everyone. Tonight is indeed a special night for all the GB companies. We have a lot of honored guests here who come from far and wide. And we appreciate everybody coming to join us for this very historic occasion. Just 2 years ago, in October, we broke ground, and some of you were there, and we did it inside the warehouse because everybody was worried about the weather. And I talked to Dennis Bauer, and I said, well, how long do you think this project's going to take? And he said, less than 3 years. So it's a little over 2 years, and we're going to cut the ribbon tonight and celebrate the opening of our new corporate headquarters. There was a lot of discussion early of we had run out of room, whether we should stay here, whether we should move. And Fitchburg was very helpful in promoting us to stay here in Fitchburg. And because of that, it fulfills another promise made in 1962. When the university bought out General Beverage, which was on Murray Street, where the LeBron Arena is currently housed. And so Lawrence Weinstein and my father, Ben Minkoff, found this property, and they started construction. And in 1962, we moved out here. And we've been here ever since. The building has gone through many, many different renditions. But we've been very fortunate with the support of the city of Fitchburg that we've stayed here, we've weathered the storm, and we even have another 7.5 acres of Payne and Dolan property that we're looking to expand when that time comes about. So this is kind of the passing of the torch. And tonight I'll ask the 5 great-grandchildren of Max Weinstein to cut the ribbon to officially open a new headquarters. We've had a lot of partners in crime to get us here. And so I have to say that Kim Spoten came on board to help us with the architecture, and we had many arm wrestling occasions, and I think at the end, the final product turned out great. Century Insurance has insured us for the last 8 years. And we went looking for furniture, and there was a man by the name of Bob Anderson, who I worked with all the time in getting furniture for the 10 different GB locations. And one day we were outside and looking, and they were enclosing the building, and Bob came riding over the hill on his bike, and he saw me, he pulled over, and I said to him, I need you. Because he had retired. So he said, well, show me around. And we did. And before I could do much of anything else, the 3 boys fell in love with him and said, you got to go with him. And so much of the furniture you see around the building was all because of Bob Anderson and our close relationship. He used to be part of EBI, and he was the president, and he decided to retire. And lucky for us, he decided to come back and help us to do all these things. So a special thank you to Bob. In going up to Stevens Point to look at the different furniture, we got together with the Century people, and they were remodeling their headquarters. And so they had all this furniture that they weren't going to reuse. And I said, well, is any of this for sale? And they said, well, all of it's for sale. But what happened was all those planters downstairs were all part of their old courtyard. And in talking to them, and with a lot of help from the Houseman Insurance Company, talking to Century, they turned around and gave us all those planters. And so we have called the front entry there the Century Plaza as a thank you to them for helping us. During this long journey, Dennis Bauer and I met each other over 40 years ago, and we built over 40 buildings together. And this one we started playing with over 20 years ago. And my cousin and partner, Dan Weinstein, was always a little reserved, and he didn't want to push ahead. And then 2.5 years ago, he said, go for it. And I said, you want to see? There's 5 different plans. And he said, you pick the plan. And so we did. And from that, this building was created. So many people helped. And I'm sorry that Dan isn't here tonight to join us, but he sends his well wishes and is very excited that this part is over because he's never enjoyed construction. We've had a lot of different partners helping us through this, but it all goes back to the beginning. And the beginning starts in 1928 when 2 brother-in-laws got together and started a malt extract business. And there's a picture back there on the wall. It says Mill Wine Malt Extract. And so they sold bathtub beer products so people could buy those and make their own beer and other beverages. In 1933, Prohibition ended, and the 2 brother-in-laws split company. One decided to open liquor stores on State Street, and our grandfather, Max Weinstein, decided to open up a distribution business. His first 2 suppliers that we still represent today included Jack Daniels and the Brown-Forman family and the Pabst Brewing Company. And today, those are 2 of our most important suppliers. TV has grown from 1 location into 10, and we've gone from Max to Lawrence and Ben to Danny and I, and now the 4th generation is taking over. And Michael is the president of the beverage companies, and Danny is still president, CEO of the beer companies. So we're very excited to have everybody here, and we're even more excited to have the mayor of Fitchburg join us tonight and say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone for being here tonight to celebrate this great expansion and to celebrate a great partner that the City of Fitchburg we have with you, GB family. We are proud to General Beverage to have been here for almost 60 years. Last year, you guys celebrated 90 years, so this is incredible for a company. And also, we are so happy that the company decided to continue to invest in our community. You're part of Fitchburg. You're longer than the City of Fitchburg. So I have a couple of people here from the City of Fitchburg. I have the Economic Development team. Mike and Joe is here. City Administrator Chad Breckley is here. Laureen from the Housing Department. And then we have a couple of others, Jim Wheeler and Gabriela Gerhardt. They're here today. So I want to say that on behalf of the City of Fitchburg, the council and the staff, we are very excited for this expansion and for continue investing in our community. You are part of our community. You have a partner in us. So I want to say congratulations. Thank you for being here, and let's cut the ribbon.